Hello, everyone. My name is Maria Sayona, use she and her pronouns, and I'm an Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Officer at SAIT. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the work that we do at the EDI office. And so equity, diversity, and inclusion are essential in creating a healthy campus where everyone feels welcome, supported, included, valued, and empowered to succeed. At SAIT, we believe these factors are critical for achieving SAIT's mission to prepare students for successful career lives. And so I would like to talk to you about some of the things that we do at SAIT in terms of moving the needle towards creating a more equitable, diverse, and inclusive campus. And so we have some training and education, accessibility services, Interfaith Center, International Center, Pride at SAIT, Women in Trades and Technology. So I'll speak to you a little bit about each of these in a minute. Okay, great. So training and education. So an important piece to mention is that we have this incredible offering to both employees and students at SAIT, which is an free online course to learn about effective intercultural communication. And so for folks who complete successfully the course, they are rewarded with a micro-credential from the continuing education department at SAIT, which is great because then you can use that micro-credential to post on your LinkedIn. You can also use it to add it to your portfolio, which is a great opportunity to enhance your resume. Also, something worth mentioning is that we do take our EDI initiatives at SAIT very seriously in the sense that we want to make sure that all of our equity-seeking groups at SAIT have an opportunity to be celebrated, and also for the entire SAIT community to have some awareness about the specific challenges potentially that these groups may be facing, and how we can all act as allies for these groups. And so this past year, we had some interesting events that took place. We had Orange Shirt Day to create awareness and celebrate our Indigenous communities in Canada. We had Pride Week, which is, of course, to create some awareness about Two-Spirit LGBTQ folks at SAIT. Also Diwali in November, which is a wonderful Hindu festivity. And so something great about this is that we get a lot of international students from India. And so this is a way of SAIT saying, we see you, we welcome you, and we want to partake in an important festivity and celebration like Diwali. We also have Make Some Noise for Mental Health in January. We also celebrate about Black History Month and International Women's Day, of course, in March. Also, something that is great, that it was a new initiative as of last year, is that we were able to purchase close to 20,000 ebooks that are available to the SAIT community, so both students and employees at SAIT, through our library, to learn about different inclusion and equity diversity topics, such as Asian, Black, Middle Eastern, African, Jewish, Latino studies, women's studies, Indigenous and Native studies, Islamic studies, and disability studies. With accessibility services, and that's something that I'm sure that you will learn more about in other presentations, but just quickly, I wanted to mention that our accessibility services are here to help students with disability who experience learning barriers and require additional support for their studies. Students can meet with an advisor to discuss and determine class, exam accommodations, assessing for assistive equipment loans, consultations and referrals, as well as disability funding application, eligibility for services, and assistive equipment or technology. Something great to mention is that last year we helped more than 1,500 students who register with this department. With the International Center, SAIT, of course, is a diverse and culturally rich community, welcoming learners from across the globe. At our International Center International students, both current and prospective students, can speak with an advisor to learn how to apply for and obtain study permits, visas, find pathways to permanent residency, and more. And of course, post-graduation advising as well as to where to find employment, get a work permit, and things like that. Also, it's a great opportunity to meet other people. So we also support students with making connections, making friends. And so I would recommend that you check out the International Center. And if you have any questions specifically to them, to book an appointment. So Pride at SAIT. So SAIT is a diverse campus, and we're committed to providing an inclusive place to work and study. Some of the things I would like to highlight is that we offer this free gender marker initiative, which is a pro bono legal initiative in support of trans and non-binary individuals seeking to change the gender markers on their official identification documents. More information can be found on SAIT.ca on how to proceed to do that if you were interested. Another piece is that we also, at SAIT, we also focus on providing awareness education around allyship. And so to make sure that we truly create an inclusive and supportive environment for everyone on campus. We also have the option of preferred names. So we encourage gender diverse students who would like to discuss preferred name change in confidence to contact pray@SAIT.ca. We can help you meet with a representative who can outline currently available options, provide support with informing instructors, and also offer 2S LGBTQ+ resources at SAIT. And then lastly, I wanted to also mention about the universal washrooms that are accessible and all-inclusive. And so we have a number of these washrooms on campus. Of course, we're working continuously on ensuring that every building has a washroom that can be accessed by anyone who needs one, and in private. And then lastly, for students who are interested in joining the Pride Club at SAIT, you can also sign up for that. So I have highlighted here the link on how to go to the club site to sign up for the SAIT Pride Club. Our Interfaith Center. So the Interfaith Center is a community hub on campus where inclusivity is standard, questions are always welcome, and the difference between people's spiritual beliefs and religions are explored and celebrated. They also offer weekly interfaith interface meetings, which is a safe, inclusive, and inspiring activity where students from different spiritual backgrounds and diverse cultures come together to engage in thought-provoking dialogue. Sharing and learning from one another can help, of course, enhance sense of purpose and better understand our place in the bigger picture. And of course, at the SAIT, being part of the SAIT community as well. So Women in Trades and Technology. It's a SAIT committee that aims to enhance and promote women in our trades and technology programs. A main event that we get to celebrate and offer to the SAIT community and also the Calgary as a whole. It's our International Women's Day conference and celebration. We usually record these sessions and they're available for people who may be interested in learning about how to break the bias about including women in trades in the workplace. And it's just a great opportunity to network and learn some best and promising practices on gender inclusivity in the workplace. Okay, next slide.
One EDI initiative that has very positively impacted my life would be the Pride rainbow painting on the +15 over the train station. I think the whole process of painting it was just a really nice way to get involved and talk with everybody and kind of create the sense of community not only between SAIT and SAITA, but also between the AUA across, because we all work together to paint it. And I think that's really what EDI is all about. Just
since being on the council, boy, I think we've done a lot of really great things, but the thing that stands out for me the most is just the way the conversation is elevating across campus, and the fact that we're having more conversations about equity, diversity, and inclusion. Whether you think about the diversity moments that we're doing in our meetings, or Blue Ocean Brain, or the work in the weekly leader groups that are going on, I think it's been just excellent, and I've learned so much from the people on the EDI Council itself.
It's equity, diversity, and inclusion have been such wonderful uptakes for us as students, for our students, I should say. Whether it comes to celebrating Diwali or celebrating the fact that people have to have their regular prayer times, just the understanding of campus, understanding of other students, and the highlight of the diversity that we offer through the Interfaith Center has been a wonderful embrace by so many people. I get so many positive reviews from people saying, thank you for considering us. Thank you for considering the things that we find valuable and important.
The way EDI has impacted me as a student personally is I love the fact that SAIT cares about the community. SAIT cares about its students in a way that allows us to kind of be who we want to be on campus or off campus, because campus isn't just a place to learn. It's not just a place to educate. It's a place where we can go and kind of feel at home, because for some students and for many students, campus might be the only place they can really kind of be who they want to be, because for many of them at home, they don't have that option or they don't have that ability. And so being able to have that chance is like enormous for a lot of people, and for me.
EDI office made Orange Shirt Day the top 5 initiatives that they're going to help promote. And that really helped me as a student advisor working in Chinook Lodge Aboriginal Resource Center, because they helped carry the load with promoting and spreading awareness about Indian residential school system at SAIT. Now, as someone whose late grandmother went to the Indian residential schools, it can be difficult personally for me to always be talking about it and to do training on it. So the fact that the EDI office helped share this awareness, it really took the pressure and burden off of me. So I was really happy that we had someone to help share that information, and that education as well is really important.
And I want to congratulate the Office of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion on the 1-year anniversary of the EDI office being opened and the release of the EDI strategy. An inclusive campus is a vibrant and a welcoming campus, and your work has made a difference in ensuring that everyone who comes to campus feels that they belong here. A few highlights for me over the course of this year. The first was the very powerful impact of the personal journey that Chief Vincent Yellow Old Woman shared of his time in the residential schools on the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. And I also love the Pride glass window panels installed in the Irene Lewis atrium. I know the previously installed Pride crosswalks had issues with damage and wear and tear because they were on the ground, and I think there was incredible creativity in putting a version of the crosswalk in a glass panel in the windows. It beautifies the campus, and it provides a welcoming landmark for students, employees, and any guests who come to the SAIT campus. We still have lots of work to do to remove barriers and to provide equal opportunities. However, I feel confident we'll get that work done as long as we continue to prioritize it.
Well, I'm an international student at SAIT, currently pursuing my business administration program in the School of Business, and I'm at the same time working with the International Center as an office assistant. So I'm also taking a course right now called the Intercultural Communications course, which has really positively impacted my life. It's a short course, but I've gotten to learn a lot of things. We learn more about privileges that we just never realized we have. It helps us build more connection with our colleagues, and we better understand how to interact with them. It helps us build empathy with the people in our lives, not just in the professional world, but also in our personal lives.
The EDI office has had 2 initiatives for me that stood out personally for me. I know there have been several. The first was the Black Employee Resource Group, which I've been very fortunate to be a part of. It has just been so amazing that, there's the group that caters to people like me. I mean, we're colored people in a predominantly non-colored society, and sometimes it's easy to feel lost or misunderstood. But just being together with people like you who understand you and who we foster ideas, and not just me. I mean, the general SAIT community. I have co-workers who are part of this group. I know that it's been a transformational thing for all of us. It just puts SAIT on the map of institutions who are doing the right thing.
The EDI initiatives over the past year have impacted my personal experience as well as my experience as a leader. A lot of them have provided great opportunities for me to have conversations with my teams, including things as small as the diversity moments. Just including those in our team meetings has really allowed a safe space for our team to have discussions around different things that may impact our students, helping us create more inclusive classroom spaces for everyone to thrive and succeed. So those have been phenomenal. Other initiatives such as the course being offered in the Intro to Effective Intercultural Communications, as well as the Blue Ocean Brain, has been phenomenal in giving us lots of resources in further supporting EDI initiatives, both inside the classroom and outside.
I wanted to take some time and give a huge thank you to all the people on campus who have contributed to the EDI initiatives from the past year. It's due to your passion, your effort, your time, and your drive that we have been so successful in making some great changes and moving the needle forward. Much has been achieved in the past year, but of course there is more work to be done. I want to do a special shout out to the members of the EDI Advisory Council who are really pushing this initiative from the ground up. Thank you to Addison, to Allison, to Amantha, to Annie, to Dale, to Denise, Felicia, Gifty, Hala, Hannah, Jacqueline, Lee, Mark, Moksh, Rachel, and Terry. We couldn't do it without you, so thanks again.
My privilege to serve as executive sponsor for Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. What a year we have had. This year, with all of its challenges, just has proven to me that it's always the right time to take the initiative on something important, and that includes what we're doing here with EDI at SAIT. We've made great progress this year in making SAIT a more welcoming and inclusive environment for faculty, staff, students, and alumni. Of course, there's a lot more to be done, but I do want to thank each and every one of you for the work that you do and your contributions in making a climate here at SAIT that allows all of us to flourish. We all want to advance, whether it's in our work, our studies, or our lives, but we're not all starting from the same place. Some of us have great privileges that we've become so accustomed to we don't even see them anymore. And others of us struggle every day against barriers that are all but invisible to our more privileged colleagues and friends. But every one of us benefits when we are all able to contribute the best of our abilities to helping make our collective world a better place. And so that's why I think our EDI initiatives at SAIT are so important, because we are makers, shapers, and originals. And together we're creating a more equitable and inclusive world where we embrace new ideas and challenge the status quo. And after all, that is what a post-secondary institution should be doing. So again, thank you, congratulations on a great year, and here's to many, many more.
So I would like to thank you all for your time today. I wanted to let you know that, of course, we have many more initiatives that we're working on bringing more opportunities for learning and growth at the SAIT community. So if you're interested in learning more, please visit Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion page on SAIT.ca or email us at inclusion@SAIT.ca if you have any questions or concerns. And we hope to see you around. So thank you very much for your time this afternoon.